Something else notable, having become a friend of Liberia over the years, something new to Canada is a community that's been built amongst Liberian communities in Canada across the past decade. So Edmonton, Vancouver, Winnipeg, London, Hamilton, Niagara, Windsor, Kitchener-Waterloo, Toronto, and Montreal have all developed Liberian community associations in recent years, with support and involvement from Empowerment Squared, I'm proud to say. And these organizations have been strengthening the fabric of the Liberian community in Canada and also empowering them to get organized and to give back and to make a difference in the community, both here in Canada and overseas. So I appreciate them being good role models for community leadership. And on that note, I'd like to invite up Eugene Blawa, who is the Vice President of their association, the Liberian Association of Canada, to bring welcoming remarks.
It is often said that birds with the same feathers flock together. But I'm unsure. How did I end up here today and on this stage? Like having to flock with leaders of enormous excellence who are champions of humanity and dedicated their lives to transform the lives of everyone around the world. Her Excellency, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former President of the Republic of Liberia, special guest, friends of Liberia, fellow Liberians, ladies and gentlemen, I'm humbled and honored to be a part of this history making as we celebrate the incredible work being done by Empowerment Squared in Liberia and here in Canada. Madam President, your presence here today is not only a testament of your leadership, but also it demonstrates a demonstration of your continued commitment to our country, Liberia. Many are all of your remarkable achievements as the first female president in Africa and a strong advocate for women's rights and democracy. But for us Liberians, you are our Mama Africa. You are our Iron Lady. And you are a strong advocate for women's rights and democracy. We are truly blessed to have you here with us today, and I eagerly anticipate the insights and wisdom you will share with us. I must also recognize Empowerment Squared, McMaster University, and MasterCard Foundation for organizing this event, giving us the opportunity to celebrate with you a history gets made. As the Vice President of the Liberian Association of Canada, I am pleased to report that the Liberian community in Canada is thriving despite being less than 10 years under the umbrella of the Liberian Association of Canada. Like many communities, our community also has been hit hard by the pandemic. We relied on and raised over $300,000 to support over 500 Liberian families who were the most vulnerable, including women, single-parent families. We were also able to raise over $30,000 in support of Group of 77, the organization supporting the largest number of people with developmental disability in Liberia. And 10 orphanage homes we supported with food and essential supplies. The vast majority of Liberians in Canada today came as refugees in the early and late 2000s. Canada gave us a gift that keeps on giving, changing lives and building dreams. That is why we remain committed to building dreams, but also sharing the gifts and opportunity we've been given. From the inception of the Liberian Learning Center project 8 years ago, the community has remained engaged and with Empowerment Square to do whatever it takes to make this dream a reality. If no one understands the significance of this, Liberians know all too well that this will be a lifeline of thousands of young Liberians. For thousands of young Liberians for whom access to education remains impossible. That is why we were pleased when our local Hamilton chapter stepped in 2013 and made the first donation of $1,000 to the Empowerment Square to help with the research phase of the Liberian Learning Center project. At this point, I will be remiss if I don't recognize my friend and brother, Mr. Leo Johnson, whom I have had the privilege to serving with for the last 4 years as the Vice President of the Liberian Association of Canada. Under his leadership, our community has been transformed into a formidable force for positive change. I know he's the Executive Director of the Empowerment Square. For he is our president. There's no way I could have come up here and left him out. They say behind every successful man, there's a woman. There's no way I could stand here without mentioning his wife. Who has been of immense support to him to achieving all of what he has achieved today. As you prepare to step down as a president, Mr. Johnson, in August, we want to assure you that what you've built will not only be maintained, but we will also continue to build upon it. And even though you will no longer be the president, we will continue to solicit your expertise. And on a lighter note, I must say that it's not every day that we get to rub shoulders with the Iron Lady. So let's relish this time. Enjoy ourselves. Enjoy the conversations. Celebrate, and perhaps even learn a thing or two from the fountain of wisdom that is Ma Ellen. Thank you all.